Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again, man. And I guess I could call this my car chronicles or whatever. I don't know what volume I'm on right now, but none of that matters. But anyway, always got to catch y'all when I'm on a run because, busy life, you know how I go. So, yeah, let me know how y'all doing. I know I haven't really talked to y'all in a couple of days, but I'm here. I wanted to talk a little bit about in my last couple of videos, I was talking about the wide receivers on this team and what we got going forward with this team as far as the speed element. Now, that's one thing this offseason that has changed a lot that I've noticed watching OTA things and that after the Cowboys completed their second part of their OTAs. You look at the speed element that we're going to have on this offense and the fact that Kellen Moore says that the things that he has up his sleeve, of course, he's not going to give his hand out because, again, other teams are watching, they're listening, they're trying to figure out what the Cowboys are doing as well. But as you all know, that's the big difference, the speed element. We don't know if Tavon Austin is going to make this team, but again, you look at this whole wide receiver group as a whole, these guys are getting it done. And even though now it's just helmets, shorts, and tees, you can still see something. It's a different element in the air, and I talked a little bit about that on my last live stream. That it's a different feeling this offseason. For instance, Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup has transitioned very well from the collegiate level to where he is now with the Dallas Cowboys, now entering in his second year in the league. Now, wide receiver outside of quarterback, in my opinion, is one of the hardest positions to transition from the collegiate level to the NFL. Again, it's that position where it's like, okay, I'm a wide receiver, I'm a focal point, I'm expected to catch the ball whenever it's thrown to me. And even if it's not thrown to me, I have to not be a diva or somebody that's going to act out or lash out. It's all about the rapport that I have with my quarterback and things of that nature. It's a lot of different things and maturity challenges when it comes to playing the wide receiver position. Some guys turn into being divas. Some guys turn into being quiet guys. And some guys are boisterous, but they're not a problem. They're basically like rah-rah for the rest of their team, and they put up whenever it's time for them to get the ball in their hands. Now, Michael Gallup, I think, is one of those guys. Now, you look at what he did his rookie year. Now, again, there should never be a high, listen to me when I say this, it should never be a high expectation for any receiver coming into the league his rookie year. I don't care if you're picked number 1 in the draft, whatever. Yes, your draft stock makes a difference, but you look at, again, the transition is still hard. You're not going to come in there beasting being a number 1 wideout. You always have to learn under a veteran coming into the game. That's just how it works. Now, you look at Michael Gallup's production. So those of you guys that do pay attention to Michael Gallup, the first 8 games, he had a decent run. Now, after those first 8 games, he almost doubled his production, which means that his trust with Dak, his rapport with Dak, his communication with Dak has been better. Now, if you look at the latter part of the season, especially when Amari Cooper came in, that might have something to do with it as well, because you didn't have a number 1 receiver. Again, don't tell me having a number 1 receiver isn't important, because it is. Having that number 1 guy in Amari Cooper and being able to run the full route tree, you have Michael Gallup that can play the outside, that can get up under that ball and catch those deep passes from Dak Prescott. And you look at the rapport, and you can see it this offseason. If you're watching some of the videos of the OTAs and just them just joshing around, you see that he's throwing the ball a lot to Gallup, which means to me that rapport and that trust level is rising. And I think that Michael Gallup this season coming up, for his second year, his sophomore season, he is going to have a great year with Dak Prescott. And it's going to be plenty of balls to go around. I'm telling you, like, these guys are going to be jockeying for position, trying to find their way. Now, to me, I pencil, and I'm pretty sure the team already does too, I pencil Michael Gallup as the number 2 receiver. Right after Amari Cooper is going to be them two on the outside and Randall Cobb in the slot. That's pretty much what your starting 3 is going to be. Now, for him to get that high praise and high honors and that type of recognition that early, to me, it's phenomenal to see that guy just already coming into the league and doing things like that, because some guys take years before they do anything. And mind you, Michael Gallup is a 3rd-round pick. It's not like he's a 1st-round pick. He's a 3rd-round pick. So shout out to him for that. And he even said himself, I'm loving the leadership that's going on in this wide receiver room. He's looking at Amari Cooper. He's looking at Randall Cobb. And these guys are giving him, they're giving him props. They're giving him advice on things that he could do better in practice. Oh, you may have missed this. Let's try this. And he's basically watching the veteran guys, because between Amari Cooper and Randall Cobb is 4 Pro Bowls, so, I believe. But you look at those guys, and you look at those Pro Bowlers, and Michael Gallup looking at it like, I can be a Pro Bowler like these guys. I've been working hard. I've been working with Dak, and Dak even said himself, hey, this guy is talking to me every other play. All of a sudden now, he's asking me, what am I thinking after a play? He's asking me, what number is he in the progressions as far as where am I looking at when I'm throwing the ball? What number are you? Or am I the first look or the second look or the third look? Like, what look am I? So the fact that Michael Gallup is fully engaged and talking to Dak Prescott, and he's out there trying to figure things out and get on point with his quarterback, I can't do nothing but appreciate that. And you can't do nothing but just give that full hand claps. And not Jason Garrett hand claps either. Not that. Not the carrot claps. But the type of claps that you give to somebody that did a great job is what I'm saying. So so I'm loving the progression of Michael Gallup. I think that he's going to do very well this season. I can't wait for training camp to see everybody just go hard at it. One thing about the wide receiver group, and this is with any team, all they do is run. And sometimes with all that running and going through OTAs, and though they get a break in between mini camp and training camp, I think like 2 weeks or something like that, even though they get a little bit of break, they're still burnt out by the time they get to training camp, because all they're doing is running. So it would also behoove them to save some of that energy for training camp. But again, there's no chilling right now, because again, all these guys have to do their job and win this, because again, there's a lot of wide receivers on this team jockeying for position. Will the Cowboys keep 5 receivers, or will they keep 6? The world may never know. I say this once and I'll say it again. I would hate to be the person that have to do the cut downs, because there's going to be a lot of players on this team that don't make it. Not because they're not good, but just because it's just not enough spots. It's only 53 spots, and you have to look at your team as a whole, and you have to look at every position. How much do I need at this position? Can I cut one here and add one here? So, again, it's a game of addition and subtraction, y'all. So, we just got to figure it out. But like I said, I think that Michael Gallup's going to do well this year. Dak Prescott loves the young boy, and I feel like he's only 23 years old, going into his 2nd year, and he's already ready to go. The fact that he's all in Dak's face trying to figure it out, and when I look at some of the videotape of them practicing, all I see is him throwing the ball to number 13. So that's just how I feel about it. But and it doesn't help, and it only helps you as a young wide receiver to have a guy like Randall Cunningham and Amari Cooper in the wide receiver room as you, because Michael Gallup said himself, it's going to be a fun year hanging with these guys and seeing the rapport that I got with these guys and just going to war with these guys. You can't do nothing but respect that. But that's all I got for right now, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Like, share, comment. It's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. I'll talk to y'all soon.